I think I'm going to go ahead and get started because there are only 3 people signed up for the workshop and there are 3 of us here, so we might as well go ahead and get started. I am Pam Rivers. It's nice to meet all of you. I am relatively new to BC. I've been here for about 3 months in the academic technology department. I was an 8th grade English teacher before I moved here. So we are doing video captioning today. When I first put this presentation together, I told my boss this could literally be like a 10-minute presentation because the way I'm going to show you to caption videos is actually super easy. But I wanted to take a minute and go over a few things of why we're doing it, do some introductions, and then we'll get into how to do the video captioning. So introductions, if we could just say, who are you, what's your role, and how do you think you're going to use video captioning? Then I can see if the training that I've got is meeting what you're expecting it to be. So go ahead. So is it videos that you've made, or is it videos that you're bringing into your classes?
They're videos that are already made from the publisher.
Okay.
Some of them are not captioned. And
okay.
A lot of times what I had to do was go back and get some videos from YouTube that were already captioned to add to my content.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part, and we're going to talk about that because someone else, I've done this workshop a few times and somebody else brought that, and it's kind of hard to caption things that aren't yours, but we'll get into that. Okay.
Person is signing, but there's no captioning on it, so I want to add the captioning to it.
Okay.
So the hearing students can watch it and understand what they're saying.
Okay. That's also going to be tricky, but we'll talk about that. Okay. All right.
My name is Shay Johnson. I teach in nursing, and I like using flipped classroom techniques sometimes.
Okay.
Where I send them lecture and then we just do activity in class.
Okay.
So I actually don't have any hearing impaired that I'm aware of, but they don't always tell you.
Right.
And so just to address the DSPS needs and be compliant, I just wanted to learn how to do that just in case.
So this will be most suited to what you're doing because you're creating your own videos, but we'll talk about your needs as well. Okay. So our agenda, why do we need to caption? Hopefully we know that, but we're going to go over that as well. What do you need to caption? And then we're going to go through the easiest steps of captioning videos that you've created. And then if we have time, well, I'm just going to send you this PowerPoint that shows you how you can practice on your own. But it's a really easy process, so I don't think you're going to have a lot of trouble with it. But just so you know, I do send my PowerPoint out when we're done, so you'll get all of my information. Why do we need to caption video? If you don't know, it's to make video accessible for those who cannot hear. It is a requirement. In the last one I did, Aricia Layton was actually sitting in here, and she explained the law to everybody because she's the one who makes sure all of our videos are accessible, all of our website content is accessible. But this is a part of the federal code where it says that there has to be an alternative for any kind of a multimedia presentation. Including, and this is one of the things that I learned the hard way, if you do a video that doesn't have anyone talking or doesn't have any words in it, but has something that pops up in the video, you still have to caption because screen readers won't read that, and that's the hardest thing to caption. So hopefully you don't encounter that because that's really tricky.
When you say things, what do you mean things?
I made a video that just had music in the background, but it had signs with words pop up throughout the video, or there are bits of text that came in. All of that has to be captioned because even though it's words, if somebody is using a screen reader, it won't read those words because it's part of a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this still like an MP4?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what needs to be captioned? If you have anything that goes on the Bakersfield website, anything that goes into your Canvas course, or all videos that are made accessible to students or faculty in any form, all of that needs to be captioned. So basically, anything you create for an audience at BC would need to be captioned.
I have a question.
Yes.
Captioning with the video, and the captioning is on the bottom. is what I, that's, which, oh, what does your captioning look like when you put it on?
I'm going to show you. We're going to go into YouTube and take a look at the captioning because we're going to use the YouTube service. Their captioning is the easiest way to do it. Yeah. Okay, so what are your options? Here are the different ways you could do it if you wanted to. You can write your own captions and then use a video editor and add your captions. You can use a program such as Camtasia. I don't know if you guys have ever edited video with Camtasia, but they offer a captioning service. But if you use theirs, you are typing up your whole script by hand, listening to your video, and making sure that you get all of the words. So you're typing the whole script. The way I'm going to show you today is using YouTube, because YouTube, when you upload your video, automatically makes an attempt to caption for you. So it will create what it calls automatic captions. And they used to be really bad, but they're actually very good captions now. You'll have to make changes. It's not perfect, but it will do 95% of the work for you. So that's the method that I'm going to show you today. And YouTube also makes it really easy to share. The folks who do our website prefer that if you're going to put something on the website, that you host it on YouTube so it's not taking up any of our space. Okay, now this is what both of you were talking about. And we had a whole conversation about this the last time, and what I discovered is this is really hard to do. Adding captions to videos that you did not create. Most commercially created videos are going to come with captions. You just need to turn them on. Unfortunately, some publishers or some older videos don't have that because the requirements were different in the past. And there's not a great way to do that. You can't upload it to YouTube on your own because then YouTube will tell you you have a copyright violation. The best way to do it is probably to contact the publisher and see if they have an updated version, if you're talking about using the textbook. The ASL videos, I don't know for sure the best way to do that, but we can talk about that separately and see if there's something else available out there. But unfortunately, that's the hard part because there's no great way to caption stuff that you didn't create right now. Okay, so what do you need to get started? If you're going to create your own videos, a YouTube account, which is also a Google account. If you have Google, it's the same account to log into YouTube. A video in an appropriate format, MP4 is the standard. So if you have an MP4, you can upload straight to YouTube. And then enough time to caption. Don't try to rush this, and I'm going to tell you why as we go through this. But think the length of your video plus about half is how long you need to caption it. Because you need to actually listen to it and watch it to make sure that your captions will work. Okay, so to start out, you log into your YouTube account. Again, if you don't have a Google or a YouTube, just create one. You're going to upload your file, and I'm going to quickly show you this in my screenshots, and then I'm going to do one where we actually upload a video and well, we won't upload, but we'll go through the process of how you would do it. So I've got my little arrows that point to, here's where you click to upload your video. Now, here's one thing I'll say is be patient, because if you're uploading your own video, as soon as you upload it, the automatic captions don't show up. In fact, it can take several hours before the captions that YouTube has created will show up for you. So I'd walk away, do something else. If you do something really short, maybe 10, 20 minutes, but I have videos that I'm doing that are an hour long, and those can take hours before the automatic captions show up. Okay, so then you go to your video manager. The last thing that you uploaded will be first in your list in your video manager. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button up here that says Subtitles CC. And once you click on that, if your automatic subtitles have shown up, you're going to see this right here. It says English Automatic. If you just uploaded and it's not there yet, you're going to see this bar right here. So you could create your own, but you won't see this English Automatic yet. So if that's not there, you need to come back and check again later. And then, so if you want to, you can hand type out all of your subtitles. So I did this at first because people had told me that YouTube subtitles were terrible, that you didn't want to use them. So this is what I was doing first. I would click on this button here that says transcribe and auto sync, and then listen to my video and type out the whole thing. It takes a long time to do that, especially with the length of videos that I'm doing. a 45-minute video took me like half a day to do the whole thing. But that is an option if you'd rather do it that way. Most people don't want to do it that way. Okay, so instead I click on that thing where it says English Automatic, and this is the screen that you're going to see. It's going to have your video right here. It's going to have all of the subtitles that, that YouTube created for you here. Most of the time it automatically published for you, so if you need to make any changes, you need to click Unpublish right here first. And then it's going to look like this. And now you'll see your subtitles aren't all grayed out. They show up right here, and you can make changes as you're listening and seeing your subtitles come across, your captioning.
These, when you upload these videos, though, are they public or are they private? Are they yours?
So they're my videos. When I upload them, I make them unlisted. That's how I do all of my videos, which means people can find them, but like you can't search and find them.
So people can, how do they find them then?
The only way that they can find them is if they have the link.
Okay, got it.
So that's what unlisted.
Okay.
Private means just you can see it. Public means anybody can see it. Unlisted is the middle ground where if you give somebody the link, they can find it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So once you have edited your subtitles that YouTube created and you're happy with them, you'll see this. It doesn't say English Automatic yet. It just says English. And that means that you have made changes and you've saved your changes. And that's what anybody who clicks on your video is going to see now. We had a conversation about this. I don't know if you guys use YouTube videos in your classes at all, but sometimes, because we were talking about the legality of using other people's videos that they uploaded and they never checked their subtitles because now YouTube automatically puts subtitles on everything. Is it okay if those subtitles are there but no one ever checked them? And I'm waiting for Aricia to get back to me on that because that's an interesting question. It means YouTube created the videos but nobody went through and checked and saved them. So they may or may not be right. So in case you wind up using other YouTube videos that you did not create. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. This is a video that I uploaded. I've already done all the subtitles on this, but I re-uploaded it just so you can see how good a job YouTube does of the captioning. So I'm going to pull this up in YouTube, and you can see the automatic captioning and where it makes mistakes and things like that. It's an interesting thing because I've done so many of these, and most of them are not videos like that I'm in. It's other people talking. People who speak really clearly, who speak slowly, I'd say 98% of the automatic caption is correct. And then I watch other videos where people speak fast, they move around a lot, they touch the microphone, and then there's a lot of changes that you need to make. The kinds of things that you're always going to have to fix from the YouTube captions is acronyms, things that are specific to, like for instance, Canvas. Every time we say Canvas, that comes out wrong. So anything that it doesn't hear on a regular basis, that's the kind of mistakes that you're going to see. So I have this video, and this is some people from my my department. I told them I was going to do this, so they're not going to feel too bad about it. All right, where is my video manager? Oh, Creator Studio. So I'm going into Creator Studio. This is my video right here. I'm going to click on Edit. Okay, and then like I said, I'm going to click Subtitles up here. I've not adjusted these subtitles yet. So I'm going to see my English Automatic. And just like I showed you, it automatically publishes it, so it won't let you change it since it's published. So I'm going to unpublish. And now it will let me make changes to the subtitles. And some people try to do this the easy way and just read through this. The problem is there will be times where something will seem like it's a reasonable caption, but it's not actually what somebody said. So that's why it's good to be listening to it, even though it can be tedious sometimes, and then making changes as you see errors come across the screen.
So you can edit while the video is running?
Yes. So I'm going to start playing it, and then it will just go through and play the captions. And then if I see a mistake, I just hit stop, and then I change it over here. You can't change it up here, but you change it over here.
I wasn't responsible for helping with the hiring process of any of you, but whoever did it did a great job. I'm impressed that we were able to pull off 55 new faculty in one semester anyway. I know that some of you are in various stages of getting, minor things like email addresses and keys and all of those things. It will happen, and in the meantime, we will make it work.
It doesn't need to be us.
I think I said this before, but if you have any questions or needs, no matter what they are, if they're technology related or not, I'm happy to try and help. You can always contact me, and I will, if I don't know the answer or if I can't fix it myself, which a lot of times is the case,
One thing I'll say, Bill is super aware of his videos needing to be captioned, so he speaks really clearly and slowly most of the time. Of all the people I've had to edit, I probably have to do the least amount of editing on him. But you're going to hear somebody else speak after this.
will.
Where the captioning is, so it's not covering your video? Will it always be right there?
It's always going to be right there.
Okay, that's something to.
And it's one.
Mine is like, because I use Zoom
Okay.
for my videos.
Uh-huh.
So it might be PowerPoint that I'm talking through, and then you can see a video of me in the corner while I'm discussing this lecture topic.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of words on the screen on my PowerPoint, plus this captioning, plus me in the corner, like how I need to format things so it's not blocking my lecture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the good thing is students who don't need it can turn the captions off.
Right.
I don't know about your students who do need it because I have not found a way to move it on the screen. Sorry, I know I'm really loud, but you can't hear the video if I don't turn up the volume. Yeah. So right now, I don't know of a way, but if I think of something, I'll let you know. Okay? All right, so let's watch Bill for a minute. Matt's going to pop in, who is a little less conscious of that we have to caption this, so you'll see the difference.
Definitely find you somebody who can. It's just a matter of, a lot of this stuff is just a matter of our processes trying to handle a tremendous workload in hiring and onboarding 55 new people. So it's the best kind of problem to have. But everybody wants you to be successful and have access to the things you need. So we definitely want to do that. Anytime you need anything at all, please contact me. If you want to know where to physically find me, my office is in Library 130,
Do you know what that
which
is?
is downstairs in the library.
So it's an
on
iPad in a station
kind of
that
that
swivels
side.
based on where you are. So there's a motion detector.
And my phone number in my office is 4741.
So it didn't get the
Anytime
number
you get a
correct.
4-digit number, you can always assume that it's preceded by 661-395.
So I would turn that into a phone
But
number.
more importantly, my cell number, let me give you that, 661-496-1173. I do not consider any time or day off limits for texting about work stuff. If you need something, text me. I will help you as soon as I possibly can. I will respond as soon as I possibly can. It's not to say that if you text me at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to text you back at 1 o'clock in the morning. But don't feel bad about texting me early or late. A lot of times my hours are unconventional, and that's just how I roll. So if you need anything, please feel free to get in touch with me. Don't feel bad about it at all. It's my pleasure to help you all. Really, it is. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the things that we've got going on for faculty as far as resources. And being new faculty, I want you to be among...
Because I wanted to actually show some mistakes so that I can fix them. Okay.
Right out, probably 2 days tops.
Yeah. A lot of coffee in just one night, I got it.
And Matt, yeah, I know, right? Sucker. Anyway, So Matt is really, really strong in his instructional technology background. He's also a very creative individual. So I would encourage you to explore your creative ideas with him about teaching and instruction, and he is happy to help you in a variety of different ways. And he's going to show you some stuff about Canvas right now that he thinks will be useful. And the important thing there is, I know some of you don't have access to Canvas yet. Ideally, you all would have Canvas access, and ideally we would have laptops for all of you right now sitting in front of you so you could follow along.
Instead of having this module box up there at the start, you'll probably get a window that says something about, your first time in Canvas or blah, blah, blah. Just click OK, accept the fact that you're the faculty in the course, and then you'll get this screen from the rest of the time. We're not going to go over modules today. However, throughout the year, we will host different trainings about Canvas so you can get more accustomed to using modules. And when we say...
One of the things you notice, too, is that there's no punctuation throughout, which a lot of people just leave it that way. I had people in the last session that I did say that that's distracting, and so that they would actually include punctuation. I don't know if you're doing a 45-minute video if you really want to go and put all the punctuation where it probably should go, but that's up to you. I do change some of the capital letters when it's not capitalized in Canvas or things like that. I showed a video last time where I was listing a bunch of student names, and that was something that YouTube could not pick up on at all. It, like one of them was Cheshire Cat, because the folks in accounting, registrar's office, I guess, created a fake class for me for a training that I was doing. So they put all of these cartoon characters as my students. So when it got to Cheshire Cat, it changed it to Shower Cat. So that's the kind of thing that I would go in and fix as I was doing my my captioning. If the capital letters bother you, like I said, you just click over here to the side, fix whatever it is that you want to fix. So I'm going to put the capital letter in Canvas right there. And then I can just hit play.
Trainings about Canvas so you can get more accustomed to using modules. We will, and when we say we'll host trainings, you can also reach out to us if you need one-on-one, or if maybe your whole department just wants training on something that's specific to your...
If I don't save right now, this will not save. I click this Save Changes box up here. And I think it'll turn blue as soon as you make your first change. And then as soon as you make one change in this, when I go back out and hit my captions, that automatic is going to go away, because it's going to say, okay, you've made changes to it. This is not our automatic captioning anymore. Yeah. And that's how I know if I've done it or not, because that doesn't say automatic anymore. It says, it just says English.
Your department on Canvas, you can come meet with us. We'll hold it in the faculty lab so you guys get to check it out. You guys can...
You just hit save. Like I said, this one is really good. It's one of the better ones that I had to do. I think when I did this the first time, I maybe made 7, 8 edits to the whole thing, and it's a 45-minute video. That 2-minute dropping students video that listed a bunch of student names, I had more changes than that in just that 2-minute video. So again, it's going to depend on how clearly people speak, what the subject is, whether it does things like list names, that kind of thing, about how many changes that you actually have to make. But it's a really simple process. Let's say I'm done. I'm happy with what this looks like. I hit Save Changes up here. Now it'll take me back out to my video. And then you just turn on your closed caption right there in YouTube. And then your caption.
I wasn't responsible for helping with the hiring process of any of you, but whoever did it did a great.
My take on that is that you would still be considered compliant. If you ever have questions on that, the person who is the expert on that at our school is Aricia Layton, and you can send her those kind of questions, although, like I said, she actually had to go to our legal department about the question I asked about whether it's okay to use the ones with the automatic subtitles or not. So this is the basic process. Do you guys have questions about this? I know I'm not answering probably what you came here for, is how to do other people's videos, because that's a trickier issue to get into.
Because what they initially publisher, it should already be captioned. But when I went back and looked, they weren't.
Right.
So, but even before you said that, may need to contact the publisher. I'd already wrote that down. So.
I would think if it came from them, they would have a caption version.
And I would also suggest checking YouTube just to see, because you wouldn't believe the number of things that are on YouTube, and something might be out there that is what you're looking for, and it could even be from the publisher. I think requirements now mean that publishers will do it. It's just things that have been created before those requirements came into place is the big issue. Yep. So this is the basics of the training. This is the simplest way to do video captioning. I'm going to send you this PowerPoint that has step-by-step what to do to go through it. And hopefully that will answer any questions. But so that's really it. If you guys have questions for me, I'm here. But otherwise, that's how we do our video captioning.
So the videos don't become property of YouTube. They can use them how they want.
They do not become property of YouTube. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like having a YouTube account is free. Is this a free service as well?
It is a free service. Everything is free. And like I said, all you need is a Gmail account. You upload your videos, and you do. If you use longer videos, I will tell you you'll have to verify your account, because once I started putting up videos that were 45 minutes and an hour long, they said they wouldn't upload my videos until I went in and verified. And that's really just like letting them send you an email saying it's you, and that's it. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm here if you have questions. I will probably email this to you first thing in the morning, so it'll go through the steps. If you have any issues trying to get an answer on this, come to me and I'll help you figure it out. Because I know that some people come wanting to caption other people's videos, and unfortunately that's a lot trickier. It's easy to do your own. It's harder to do other people's. Yes. Okay.
So how does it verify copyright then?
I don't know. I just know that it does. And it will tell you that if it uncovers a copyright violation, apparently there's some automated way that they can do it. It'll send you an email. Yeah, like I know that they can detect music that has a copyright really quickly, and they take it down like almost immediately. It's harder for them to do other things like images and that kind of thing, but they say that they can still do it. And then you get like some kind of notice saying they took down your video because it violates copyright. Yeah. Yep. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Send me questions anytime you have them.